Yadav. In this session, I am going to talk about what is function in Kotlin. So, functions are the first class citizen in Kotlin. What do you mean by first class citizen is it means that functions can be assigned to the variable, passed as an argument, or written from any another function. While Kotlin is statically typed to make it possible, functions need to have a type. It exists and it's called function type. So might be right, Kotlin is also functional programming language, also supporting object oriented programming the way Java have. Okay, so let's create a one file and let's understand all those features, how we can do that in Kotlin. So I'm going to create a one file. I'm saying functions, we can say functions file. Okay, so I'm going to create this file. Let's create a main method. So here this is the template is generating here. So we can see, right, we don't need class. Through the function I can run the program, but in Java we can't do that. We have to put this main method inside a Java class, otherwise it's not going to run to us. But if we can see the function signature here is this is the fun keyword we have, the syntax we always need to put, and the function name and parameters if you want to pass and don't want to pass. So this is the function and return type. But if you can see, right, I'm not giving in any private or public specifier, right? By default it's public methods in Kotlin. All the methods are public. If you are putting like a top level here without class or inside class, yeah, they belong to class level, scope or package level. So I'm going to say here a without parameter, and we can say it's hidden, right? We are not declaring explicitly what is the return type, but we can see here this is return type is unit, right? But if we can see, right, this is saying redundant unit type. We don't need to declare it. It automatically inferred for us through the Kotlin. So let's see the syntax. So syntax is basically syntax, if we can say, right? Suppose I want to create a method that's take two integer as a parameter and sum it. So what is the syntax here I'm talking about it? So if we can see the template, right? So we can see the template is saying fun with two parameters. So what does this mean is, so this is saying you are giving the function name, function keyword you have declared it. Let's give the function name sum. Okay, and I'm saying x is any type, means the top class is in Kotlin is the way we have in Java, like object. Similar way we have any. Okay, so I'm going to say I'm not going to take any type, just I'm going to specify this is integer type only. Okay, and I'm going to say this is also integer type, and give me the result as an integer type. Okay, so we can see, right, and now we are getting error. What is error saying? The return expression required in a function with a block body. So function is basically the unit of the work, like behavior we are going to implement. Okay, so we always need to keep a function small and with small parameters, right? And do the things like pay over fun, like the way one purpose of the function. Not we can do, hey, this sum is going to also you do like going to do add or multiply, or only is going to add, not multiply or subtraction, anything. It's only going to happen if you call the sum. I'm going to sum it up to number, and I'm going to return it x plus y. Okay, so why I'm saying return it? So we can see, right, this is a function name and the parameters, and by default all the parameters is immutable in Kotlin. We can't say like, hey, this is where, no, we can't do it. They are saying we have to follow the functional programming paradigm, means like the function should be always pay over function, that no side effect at all of the function. So I'm not going to mutate this variable once I pass in the parameters. So that's a good thing. So by default is val. I can say here is val is saying no, val on function parameter is not allowed here, so that's not allowed. Okay, so so this is the like bracket I'm starting, and here is ending. So what is this? This is my first parameters, I'm going to pass something, and this is my second parameter, I'm going to pass something, and the colon we need to put and say what is the return type. The way we can see is hidden here in main method itself. So we don't need, because I'm not using, so that unit is not returning anything at all. So I don't need to redundant code, we don't need to specify it. and we are saying is going to return x plus y, right? I don't need to put semicolon, so it's have it in like the in Java. I already do it sometime. So let's see, and so this is the method declaration colon int. Now how we can call this method, right? So calling is something, this is the definition of the method, so we need to start the curly braces and the curly braces. If something we are doing the mistake here, right? Suppose I am putting one more brackets here, curly braces, so we what is the why it should give error, right? So this is the is going to be unnecessary block here, right? So if I say I'm not returning anything, then compiler say give me the error, right? This is also implicit wise. Okay, so let me call this method val_jet is equal to some 4 5 6. Okay, so we can see now I'm getting the error. Earlier it was not giving, like now it's giving the return type must be provided here, so we can say return. Okay. And let's print it. Println, I'm going to use string template sum of x and y is right $jet. Okay, let's run it. So now it's compiling and building. Now we can say sum of x and y is 11. So this way we are calling the method and saying, hey, the definition of the method, I am going to return something which is going to return x plus y. Okay, so this is jet value we received and we stored in the jet variable. So this way function is work, and also we can have the named parameter in Kotlin. So generally we can define x like x is equal to 5, y is equal to 5. Okay, this is called named parameter. So we don't need to remember like the x position is first parameter, y is second parameter. Okay, let's see, run it and it's working or not. So it's same behavior. Let's exchange. Let me first put y, okay, in the first parameter here while I'm calling the method. Okay, so I'm say let's exchange it. I'm going to say y here is first parameter and this is y. So if I run it, no impact, I think so. Okay, so here we are saying y is equal to 6. So parameter, named parameter is good, right? We don't need to remember the parameters position. Like in Java we have to always pass the parameter in the way you are declared, right? We declared first parameter, second parameter, so we need to pass the value first parameter or here. So in Kotlin we don't need it. And one more thing, right? In function we can also define one more function, right? The way, suppose I'm saying hello world fun, just I'm not going to take anything, just I'm saying fun hello. Okay, and println like println something hello. Okay, and this is the function basically I have inside. So let me call this method. Basically I have to call before return, so I'm going to say hello. Okay, so it's hello going to be run. So let's run it and see it's printing or not. So we can call a method inside method, define a method inside method, and we have to call from inside. So suppose if I'm trying to call from here, right? So some dot hello, we don't see, right? Its scope is limited within the function. Okay, so this is the basic basic things with the function we need to understand and play with it. So you can try it and run it. If you face any issue, please let me know. Okay, so this is the function, and the in function, right, we can also pass the parameter as a lambda, or function we can say I can pass another function parameter inside a function. So how we can do that? So let's see the consumer, right, class functional interface, sorry, in Java. So if I go to definition of this functional interface, command B, so we can see this is functional interface. So functional interface means those interfaces that have only one abstract method. Okay, so what we can see here is I'm going to say one parameter is type T and return nothing. So this is the absolutely, declaration of the method. So we need to give the definition, like, to how we are going to say, hey, you take one parameter and return nothing, just do the things. Okay, so let's declare that kind of method. So I'm going to say fun that is going to take two parameters. Okay, so lambda lambd lambda function param subclaim. So I'm going to say take x as a input. I'm going to say input as a string. Okay, and what I'm going to say there here is I'm going to say do the action. So another parameter name I'm going to say do the action ACTION. Let me do. So action, what action? I'm going to say, hey, take one int string type value, okay, and return nothing. Okay, so I'm going to say return nothing. Sorry, unit. So unit means it's going to return nothing, right? So this is the function parameter declaration. So how we can do the definition inside the method? I'm going to say, hey, take the action and pass the input parameters. So what I'm trying to say here is I'm saying whatever input I'm passing, take it. So this is going to pass to call to action method, this action method, right? And going to call to pass this string and return the unit. So this is the declaration of the again the function. I'm saying this is my variable name of the function, and this is the definition of the function, lambda function basically. Okay, so how we can pass this variable string input type and this one. So let's do that. Let me comment out all this code. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to call this lambda params method. Okay, so lambda param, what I'm saying, I'm going to pass Sunil. Okay, and if your the second parameter is the first parameter is some variable and the second is your lambda, then we can do this way simple. Like I'm going to say, hey, take input, okay, or xyz. Okay, I'm going to say take xyz. Okay, and print ln xyz, right? So I'm giving the definition of this method. So this is the definition of this parameter. So I'm going passing this value. So this definition, why I'm passing this action, is going to take this parameter value, this one, and pass into here is action definition method and take the variable. So let's run it. What's happening? Let's see. So now it's working perfectly fine. Let's debug it, how it's working. So if I can say debug, right? So might be if you know the debug, that is fine, otherwise I will explain in coming session. So we can see, right, action, what is the action? Action is again a function kt main, and then again this is the signature of the method I'm taking @1. Okay, so here we can see this more clearly here. So I'm saying this is the input as Sunil, and action is the Kotlin action is Kotlin string, and then I'm returning a unit, right? And this is again going to be apply the same method. Okay, so hope you got it. Let's go on. Okay, so how we can do better with this code, right? This code we can write a more concise way, right? So convert lambda to a reference, right? So generally we can write like method reference we can use here. So we don't need to pass a lambda, and we can just pass a just method reference. It's going to work as well. Let's try to run it. Yeah, this is perfectly working. So now I think I covered the basic things, how we can go with functions, and try out. If you face any issue, if you have any question, please reach out to me, don't hesitate, and please subscribe my channel and share your feedback. Thank you so much for your time.